You're watching Experience Comic Culture and Sales, streaming live daily to Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter.
Are you a comic creator? Are you a publisher? Do you make a comic book product? Do you own a retail store? Do you do something I haven't thought of? Who are you and what do you do? Let us know by advertising on the Experience and invite our viewers to patronize your product. Message the EXP on social media or email us the_EXP@yahoo.com for more details.
What's up, guys? New comic book day. My buddy Alec. We got JD producing. Marcus in the house already. What's going on, Marcus?
What's going on, guys?
So, as we approach the last actual show in July, I had tried and did my absolute best. And, hey, Ed Weird, what's going on? Taja Beats, hey, what's going on, guys? So I had done my foremost effort. You know, I had a vacation week last week. Thought that we could get through the month of July this year. And about midway through the day, I get the dreaded email from Nick. Hey, we forgot about Christmas in July. I almost got us through this. And somehow Nick must have looked at the calendar and said, oh, crap, it's the 27th. It's going to be our last show in July. And unfortunately now, for the final show in the month of July, we will have to deal with Christmas in July, which by my definition is a oxymoron. You cannot have Christmas in July. I tried to bury the tree, but I think Nick may have found the Charlie Brown tree. Where's Rudolph, JD? Thanks for reminding Nick about Rudolph. I really appreciate that. So I will say now before the rest of we get to the rest of the show, that throughout the show I will apologize to the viewers when I must say the words Christmas in July, because unfortunately a lot of things have been priced as Christmas in July pricing. Whoever invented Christmas in July, I'm sure it was some retailer somewhere.
Oh yeah, it has to be.
I want to say it's QVC, but I'm not actually sure that that's a fact. Okay?
I'll look it up.
The first time I heard the term was at QVC, which to me was just Festivus. I would be okay with Festivus in July, actually, Marcus, because it is an undefined holiday and does not tie to the weather. Okay. You know, it's whoever that person is, that person should be strung up. I'm going to state that publicly. Festivus, yes. That was Marcus.
Do you want to hear apparently the legend of Christmas in July?
I know we've been on for 4 minutes. Okay, so Amy just came in to correct my pronunciation of a made-up Seinfeld holiday. By the way,
I'm pretty sure they say it as Festivus.
Okay. It is Festivus.
Okay. Thank you, Alec. Okay, you just.
I like Seinfeld.
So Ed Weird says it's not Christmas until Hans Gruber falls from the Nakatomi Plaza. That's true. And now we have to add the Hawkeye miniseries because that has now become one of my Christmas watches. Absolutely.
I agree, and I finally finished it. I just finished it the other night.
Well, then it really is Christmas in July for you, Al.
No, it was awesome. Hawkeye was really good. It was definitely up there with one of the better
I'm
shows.
gonna have to watch it around Christmas time every year, just like Die Hard. Just like all those non-Christmas movies that happen during Christmas time that have become Christmas movies.
Yeah, Hawkeye was
So
definitely a
rewatchable
one.
Doesn't, of course. Seinfeld doesn't involve science fiction, although I watch episodes of it. I mean, it was on for what 90 years. I never really became a diehard. It seemed like the same script over and over again, just in a different scenario to me. And I don't know. So, all right, all you Seinfeld lovers, you can hate on me now. But yeah. So buckle up. We're gonna have Christmas in July this show. Nothing I could do to prevent it. I did my best, people. I really did.
Hey, I did bring it up though. The apparent origin of Christmas in July. If you want to hear it, super quick.
Yes,
it's only a couple.
Please share with us.
According to legend, Christmas in July was first celebrated at a summer camp in 1933 when Keystone Camp in Brevard, North Carolina, decided to dedicate 2 days, July 24th and 25th, to the holiday. They completed it with cotton, fake snow, a decked-out tree, a gift exchange, and, of course, Santa.
Damn those people.
Damn those people.
I know. I'm serious.
I'm surprised it wasn't a business, though. I really am.
Well, the first time I'd actually really heard about it was when QVC did it. So, they would do like a full week of Christmas in July type thing and have deals based on that and so on and so forth. To me, I'm sorry. I can't. I guess if you live in Florida or someplace like that, it doesn't seem that different. But to me, Christmas should be cold. I just, so there's nothing, there's no way around that. Joel in the house. What's going on, buddy? Ed Weird says, my wife hates my Christmas movie list. Die Hard, Die Hard 2, Lethal Weapon, Bad Santa. All seem like legitimate Christmas movies to me.
I'll tell you what, Bad Santa is up there with top-notch Christmas movies. That is a good movie. Not saying the other ones aren't, but Bad Santa is great.
Gremlins was another one, was it not? That was a Christmas time movie as well.
I think it was. Sure. I mean, I couldn't tell you how long it's been since I've seen Gremlins. That's like 20 plus years, I think, since I've seen it.
So Jay Burns says, as long as we get frequent Rex caps, it could be Thanksgiving in August for all I care. Jay, don't worry about it. There will always be Rex caps if I'm here. All right. So Joel and Ron, what's going on, guys?
I think John gave a Rex cap last week too. He didn't want to, but I think he did it.
I made him sign in blood that while I was away, he could do it. All right. So we got to get to New Comic Book Day. But before we do that, let's get the best offer items out of the way. So first best offer item of the night, Amazing Spider-Man number 79, Dan Jurgens variant, signed by Dan Jurgens, suggested retail of $49.99. It is, oh, thank God, it doesn't say Christmas in July price. It is a best offer book starting at $19.62, the year Spider-Man first appeared, and it is number 3 of 50 signed. All right, so that is our first best offer book of the night. Again, I'm a huge Dan Jurgens fan ever since, he became the man that killed off Superman. So let's see. Neil, what's going on, buddy? Hope you're doing well, my friend. I know you're having some tough time out there, so hopefully you're doing better. The Cole cap doesn't have the same ring to it. I agree, Jay Burns. I agree. Okay, I'm going to copyright the Rex cap moniker anyway. So that is the first best offer book of the night, Amazing Spider-Man number 79, Dan Jurgens variant, signed by Dan Jurgens. The second one, man, Lars Mann has been traveling for quite a bit. I actually picked some of these books with him in mind. Second best offer book of the night, Amazing Spider-Man number 1, signed by Dan Slott. Suggested retail of $29.99. It is also a best offer book starting at $19.62. And it is number 2 of only 600 signed.
Now, on the conversation of Amazing Spider-Man, yes. My shop got really shorted on quite a few books today, and today was supposed to be one of the big 900th issue of Spidey. They didn't get it in. They were really pissed about that one.
Really?
Yeah.
Lars Mann, which ASM? Because the first 2 were both ASM. Or are you opening up bids on both of them? Let me know.
Who's producing?
JD is.
It's
the
year
God.
with
Stop.
Claus.
So wrong.
There it is. The Rudolph. What's up, Nick?
What's going on, man?
Oh my gosh! And we got a
Look at that.
graphic.
All right, Lars, man, you got it, buddy. I got you opening up.
So everybody tonight gets every package, I should say. So if you buy more than one, you will get more than one, and we will guarantee them to be different. Whoa, they will be not these since they are not bagged and board.
So wait, everybody's getting what now?
A random FOC incentive
Nice.
or incentive title. So every package is coming with a bonus. You might even get a Lucio Parrillo Sheena. You might get a Ken Hazer Turtles Virgin. You may get a Lyrics Lee Virgin Jennifer Blood.
You may get Rudolph because I'll slip.
Nobody's
it in the
getting
package.
Rudolph. Rudy is mine. Why is it you can't see Rudolph? Oh, there you can.
I'm just saying I wouldn't leave it here after the show, Nick.
He's agreeing with you right now.
I'm just saying, if it ends up slipped into a package going to whoever purchases what, I can't really be held responsible for that.
It sounds like what might also happen is that we got a headless Rudolph at the end of this.
One person gets the head, the other person gets the body. 2 separate packages.
Oh, Alec, great suggestion. I'm writing that one down. That was an excellent suggestion right there.
Whose side are you on, Alec? Whose side are you on?
So one lucky winner will get.
Hey, I love Christmas. I love it.
Will get the body.
Oh, there you go. I Rudolph for all. That's the
I
hashtag.
pray to God that this is the last one on the face of the earth, okay? Because as soon as this accidentally gets shipped out somewhere, I'm hoping we can't find another one
Oh, I'm sure Five Below has more.
in July.
Well, it'll just have to wait till November.
Yeah, you should look. You should look. Yeah, definitely.
Or literally October. Who knows?
I will have you boys waking up with a Rudolph head beside you. Hey, by the way, that Wolverine CCA is killer. And if I may, so we also have some blockbuster pricing today. So look at this CCA. I'm going to get out of the way after this, but check out that Medusa Spider-Man CCA.
Connecting covers.
It's not connecting, it's
All right,
wraparound.
I'm sorry. Wraparound, rather.
Why don't you hit what the price is for the wraparound real quick?
All right, so let's do that. All right,
So
so
we put it in at a blockbuster price.
Wolverine, the best there is, #1 signed with Wolverine cover sketch by Joe Rubenstein, suggested retail of $89.99. It is in July price of $39.99.
And the other
The other which other
That's cool.
Oh, the Medusa one.
the Medusa is the big one.
All right, so X-Men #1 signed with Medusa and Spider-Man wraparound cover sketch by Ken Hazer, suggested retail of $99.99, and it is in July price of $39.
Let's just-
Wow.
$39.99 for that. $39.99.
Right, so
Creative claim both, it looks like.
Oh my God! Creative beat out everybody on both. He claimed the Wolverine first and the Spidey wraparound.
You got it, bud.
Yeah,
All right.
I wasn't able to comment, so I didn't have a shot on that one, but those were
All right, we got you down for both, buddy.
awesome.
Sounds like Alec is really impressed with them.
They are
That
really
was a
good.
great grab for Creative Keep there, buddy. All right, so from this point, we will not say that word for the rest of the show, or I will not say that word for the rest of the show.
Which one?
Ron did claim the Medusa, but our timestamp Marcus shows Creative Keep us first.
No, Marcus was making a joke. That Ron claimed that.
Oh,
that
the Medusa. Oh, that's funny.
All right, so great grab there, guys. Really had to dig for that one. The wraparound was one of my favorites when I found it.
Look at Creative Keep. This is what rocks in this place.
Yeah,
Check
it does.
it out.
So let us know, Ron, if you want to grab that. I think Creative Keep has given up the Wolverine to you.
I
If you
love the
want it.
Wolverine that it's very Mark Silvestri, Jim Lee inspired by Rubenstein.
Yeah, so Ron, Creative Keep is offering it up to you. So if you want it, just throw it up in the chat, and I will switch names out, buddy.
All right, so here's the thing
Nice.
that I want to tell everybody, especially John and everybody else.
All
All right, so
you got it,
Ronald
Ron.
will take the Wolverine.
Thank you, Creative Keep.
In the near future, we are going to have the Punisher #1 cover recreation by Mike Zeck, 4 comics to make one cover being offered. And Alec, I think you should pick the next item to be shown.
Well, wait. Let me finish the best offers first.
Okay, best offers.
Yeah. All right. So the last best offer book of the night is DC's Year of the Villain Special #1, signed by Scott Schneider. Suggested retail of $29.99, and it is a best offer book starting at $19.38. The year Superman first appeared and launched the DC Universe. It is number 3 of only 80 signed. All right, so that gets the best offers out of the way. Alec, you want to pick one?
Yeah, with all the news from San Diego Comic-Con, let's see that Daredevil book.
Hold that thought for 1 second, Alec. Ron, it is $39.99 on the Wolverine book. All right, sorry about that, Alec. Go ahead.
No, you're all good. Let's see the Daredevil.
I think that is a 2-book pack. All right, so that is a 2-book matching number set. So it comes with Amazing Spider-Man number 677 and Daredevil number 8, both signed by Mark Waid. They are both numbered 5 out of 20. And we have it tonight for $37.49. Suggested retail of $49.99.
Sweet. I don't know about you, but I was really excited when I saw Daredevil getting as much love.
Say that again?
I was excited to see Daredevil get all that love at San Diego Comic-Con. TV show, going to be making appearances in the other shows.
Yeah, no, I agree. So, I mean, I think they've never been able to get it. You know, the series on Netflix was pretty good. I like that one.
I really liked it.
Yeah, I liked it too. I mean, I felt it was a little slow at times, but the movie, obviously, with Ben Affleck was
no.
It just didn't get there. I don't know. I mean, I didn't walk away from it feeling like I wasted my time, but I was disappointed. Yeah, Charlie Cox, I really liked his series. You know, and then obviously that all went south then. So we'll see what happens. You know, obviously with all the announcements that they made.
And Vince is coming back as Kingpin too. I don't know his last name. Vince Don something.
D'Onofrio. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know that actor has been around for like a million years.
Yeah, I had no idea he was the dude from Full Metal Jacket either at the time.
Yes,
I had no idea.
It was crazy.
Yeah, that was cool.
Well, he's been around a while, man. He really has. So, you know, great actor. Just one of those character guys that you see and you recognize the face, but you always remember the name. So, yeah, glad to see he's coming back. I think he makes an excellent Kingpin. So.
Yeah, he even at the end. Well, I mean, it's been out for like 7 months now. So the end of Hawkeye, him popping up, he played like a really very nice role at the very end. When Hawkeye made that thing, he said, "Yeah, this is the guy we've been going after the whole time." I was like, "There's no way they're gonna show him," and I was like, "Oh my god, that's so cool."
And there you have it. So read an interesting article that you know that Marvel and the MCU, they're hitting kind of a rough patch. You know, and it was an interesting article after a decade of continued success. You know, just people clamoring for more and more and more. All of a sudden, they're stumbling a little bit. You know, we've talked about it. I know I've talked about it with you. I've talked about it with Robbie. It's hard to say, you know, what's really kind of causing this. But I mean, is it oversaturation? I don't know. What do you think?
I personally, I actually was just talking about this with someone the other day as well. I think it's the introduction of the TV shows. I think that kind of screwed things up. I mean, I'm going to be honest, the movies haven't really been all that good. And the TV shows have been kind of all right as well. Some of them way better than others. But I think it's that they didn't exactly know how to, I guess, kind of implement it all together and make it all make sense because it's such a new thing. You got all these movies that have been planned for a while. And then TV shows, I mean, I'm sure they've been planned for a while too. But now it's all of a sudden, well, how do we make the TV shows make sense with the movies? Do we make the movies kind of go in conjunction with the TV shows as well? The TV shows are only 6 episodes. WandaVision was like 25 minutes an episode too. And then they started getting longer and longer. So I think I already chalked Phase 4 up to a loss. It is what it is. I haven't really enjoyed most of it. And I know a lot of other people haven't either. But I think to me, that's my kind of big take on it is that they just didn't exactly know how to implement it all together properly. And then by phase 5, maybe even the end of phase 4, we'll see a little bit better everything coming together. And then phase 5, I think everything's going to take off again. It's just a little, little slow period, but for the most part, it's still good content. It's just not great, I think.
So Jordan Hagar, thanks for joining us, buddy. Ed Weird has a question which is pretty relevant. Do you think we're nearing a superhero burnout? I don't think so.
I don't either.
I think what's happening is right up until Avengers Endgame, there felt like there was a plan, there was direction.
That's what I think.
Right, even the after credit little trailers and stuff hinting to something that was going on. You felt like there was a direction that they were moving in. There was a plan. Now it just feels kind of, I don't know, just kind of loosey-goosey, just grabbing things out of the air sort of thing.
Yep.
Still trying to keep things in a direction, but there isn't quite that plan, if you will. So
They just revealed a plan.
What's that?
They just revealed their plan.
Yeah, but still,
Now, I don't know if I was talking to John about this or somebody else last week, but that's literally what I thought too. It's like the last phase, we had the movies, and consider the movies the same as, like, say, Shang-Chi, Eternals. You've got a movie that's like showing some origin. Maybe it's a little bit slower. It is what it is. But you have an end credit scene then, or 2 end credit scenes that are basically its own story. From the last phase, they're building up Thanos. They're building up the Infinity Gems. And they're making a story of itself. So then when you have the Avengers, it all came together, and it's like, wow. And then that end credit built on something new. And then maybe another movie got sprinkled in between, built it up again, and it created the next movie, and everyone was hyped for it and excited for it. These end credit scenes, none of them really feel relevant. A lot of them, from what I recall, really aren't even all that good. And then when you have the movies that are okay as well, the TV shows are just okay. That's what you were saying. It almost feels like nothing is being built for something bigger. It just feels like something is being put out. Maybe it kind of goes in conjunction with something else, but in the grand scheme of it, it doesn't really feel like it at all. Maybe it will, but it doesn't feel like it. And we're not excited for these upcoming things like we used to be. That's my
Amy,
take.
I know you want to say something, so go ahead.
Just I understand. Hopefully, maybe once we get further along, people will start feeling differently about it.
Well, I think the problem is, they're talking more about the plan now than they did before, which I think is a problem in and of itself. Okay, before you didn't need to explain to us. We knew there was a plan. We didn't know what the plan was, but we knew that there was a plan, right? Now you kind of feel like, well, they got to explain the plan to us. We're not seeing the plan. It seems kind of willy-nilly. You're just kind of using the end credits to kind of just, okay, well, none of the storyline connected, but here, we're going to connect it. Okay, right here with like a 2-minute clip, during the end credits. And you just don't walk away with the feeling like, where's this going? And that's kind of what's happening. I feel like that's what's kind of happening. And maybe, I don't know, maybe oversaturation is part of it. Back then we didn't
Rudolph
have.
says yes. He's not going to be there the whole time, is he?
Dude, we got to get rid of Rudolph tomorrow morning, man. Rudolph has got to have an accident. Okay, I'm telling you, Rudolph is going to end up in one of the packages, shipped to wherever.
Because even with JD's comment, Phase 4 ends with Wakanda Forever. That means we just got through the entire phase. And what did it really lead to? It realistically led to nothing. And I get that it starts with Quantumania. And if anything, that's actually what we've been building up to. Kang the Conqueror, something dealing with time. And that's what Loki was. But Loki happened so early on. I think that happened even before Hawkeye, didn't it? So at least in the beginning, it kind of felt like there was a direction. Like, okay, Loki is dealing with some multiversal stuff. We just had No Way Home, which was also multiversal stuff, which is just built up Kang. But then since then, nothing in Hawkeye, nothing in multiverse. I mean, Multiverse of Madness is literally the multiverse, but it had nothing to do with the grand scheme, big picture. I haven't seen Thor yet, and I feel like based on everyone's reaction, it had nothing to do with it either. And it's not building to Quantumania when we used to be looking forward to Infinity War and Endgame. Now it's just cool. Quantumania is going to happen, but Phase 4 feels not a waste, but it kind of does,
Well,
I have a
go ahead.
like I understand like people like the looking forward to part, but I'm also like, maybe not every entry has to feel like that. Like it can feel like a one-off thing, and not, it kind of, puts a little less pressure on the viewer to be like, oh, do I have to watch the next thing? How much stuff do I gotta watch? They just want to like just visit one thing and then just take a break. Maybe like.
No,
Yeah,
I totally feel that too. Like, not everything needs to be connected, because that's something that I've talked about with people as well. It's just, some people who are looking to get into Marvel, it makes it damn near impossible to get into it because, for Endgame and Infinity War, you had to watch 10 years worth of movies.
Right.
So it's hard for people to get into it. But at the same time, I know this kind of Phase 4 had a lot of kind of origin stories. I mean, She-Hulk is just making her appearance now. Hawkeye with Kate Bishop. Loki just kind of did his whole big thing with Sylvie, and Kang got introduced. So a lot of introductions, even with the Eternal, Shang-Chi, Black Widow had her own movie. Not bad. Quality on some things, whatever. But overall, it wasn't that bad. It just feels like it's not leading to anything. But I get I think what JD just said, Phase 4 is supposed to be the aftermath of Thanos, which would be cool too, but they're not really, I don't know, hitting on that either.
Well, Creative Keep said something interesting. Lots to complain about, but still, it's amazing that we live in a time when we're talking about oversaturation. Remember when we were kids wishing to see the stuff on the big screen? Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm cool with it all. I love it.
But by the same token, though, when we were kids, Creative Keep, who thought your cell phone would be able to do what it does? I mean, we never imagined that, right? So now it does what it does, and when it doesn't do what we expect it to do, we complain. So I kind of feel like it's the same thing. I agree with what Creative Keep is saying, is that I'm amazed, are we really complaining when I grew up during a time when, you're watching the same Spider-Man episodes, with the psychedelic backgrounds and the poor animation and
you say that.
You got nothing else, right? But what did Eddie Murphy say? If you're starving, somebody gives you a saltine cracker, it'll be the best thing you ever ate. So from that perspective, but now there's so much, we're sitting back actually complaining. Let me say, I'm just reading what JD said.
I guess I never really thought of it that way either.
I think part of the problem is that when they started with core characters, key characters. It really hadn't been done before, so you had all this source material to work with. Now you've kind of said, okay, we close that chapter after Endgame, so we're not doing this guy, we're not doing Cap, we're changing that whole thing, and now you're getting into characters like, I don't want to say are on the fringe, but they aren't key characters anymore. So like an Iron Man or a Captain America or something of that nature. And it's become a little bit more difficult. And I think oversaturation plays a part. It has to. I mean, we're bombarded. This year alone, or in the last couple of years, how many, between the TV series and the movies, how many have we seen? So, all right. This is a conversation that probably carries through the whole show. So we're at 6:28, so we're going to take our first break and stay with us. We'll be back in a couple minutes.
Thanks for tuning into The Experience. Help us out and hit subscribe over on YouTube and click the bell when you do. Need some help? Scan the QR code in the bottom corner.
You just finished the last episode of your favorite new show and you just have to talk about it. But all your friends are ghosting you because of that incident last week at the buffet. Oh, you know the one. What you did to that chowder. Ugh. Keeps me up at night. So what do? Join writer Dan Wickline as he breaks down all your favorite pop culture media. Whether it's a review of the latest nerdy TV show or a dive back into the history of your favorite comic characters, Dan's ready to discuss all the hottest topics live. Join the conversation as Dan live streams Tuesday through Thursday at 5 Eastern, 2 Pacific on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook. The Dan Wickline Show on The Experience, Comic Culture and Sales.
There's something for every imagination at your local comic shop. Visit ComicShopLocator.com to find a store near you.
Imagine being at a convention and going to an interview panel that's just for you. No bustling crowds, no hours-long lines, just you, the moderator, and your favorite comic book creators. Well, this is pretty much that. Miss Jen sits down every week with 2 comic book creators for a live stream interview about their latest work, and you can ask them whatever you want. It's Talking Shop, Mondays at 5 Eastern on The Experience, Comic Culture and Sales.
Hey, and we're back. All right, so you know what? Let's get to another item, but before that, to remind everybody, so with every person tonight, they will get a random FOC or incentive Dynamite cover.
I got some of the pretty bag and board ones. I mean, we still have all these amazing like homage covers, like specifically the TMNT ones. I think this one's Army of Darkness. I can come up if you guys got to see it a little bit closer.
Amy's always got to one-up me. She really always has to one-up me. By the way, it's the year with us close, and apparently it's Amy now. She's bringing the right one.
Trying so hard to link it back to the unspoken word that we will not say during this show.
Did you already kill Rudolph?
What Rudolph? What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about, Nick. There was no Rudolph in here. You must have imagined it. You must
go back to talk to Rudolph.
Yeah, you go talk to Rudolph.
I'm going to go talk to Dancer and Prancer.
Yeah, you go talk to Dancer and Prancer. All right, so Lars, man, I'm sorry that you've been under the weather, so to speak. Hopefully you're feeling better, buddy. Joel, that's a good one. All right, let's do a couple more books real quick. You know what? Let's do a mega set. All right, we got a Batman mega set tonight. Suggested retail of $249.97, and it includes Batman number 86, signed in silver by James Tynion IV. Detective Comics number 1000, signed with Batman cover sketch by Ken Hazer. And then Batman Dark Knight Returns number 1, foil edition, CGC graded, guaranteed 9.8. We have it as a in July price of $149.99. I'm not saying it, Alex. Not doing it. Not doing it.
You gotta use it.
Oh my God! Watch tomorrow. Case of.
I don't like saying it either. I think it's a silly thing to do in July.
I agree. Kind of like Blade Runner 2049.
Dude, eventually that whole shtick is just gonna get old.
Not for me. John Cole, what's going on, buddy? I hope you're having a good time on vacation, buddy.
John's on vacation. That's why he's not here.
He's retired, dude. This is one of his 42 vacations every year.
Where are you at now this time?
Somewhere in the Carolinas, I want to say, right?
Another beach.
Yeah, I think it was somewhere in the Carolinas. I forget where.
Nice.
I forget where. We almost had him stay because the condo, he was supposed to go with his wife, and the condo that they were going to stay. Oh, no, he was going with his buddies. That's right. But the condo they were staying with, there was the AC was not, or the power was, something was going on with it. So the Airbnb host, I guess, contacted him, and John was like, well, I ain't doing that. And then they found another place. So that's why he was here on Monday. So let me see. Is that a Keaton Batman? Yeah, I guess it sort of is, right?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, doesn't he have a different symbol? It's the black and yellow one.
Maybe you're right. Yeah. So Joel isn't every day a vacation for him. Wilmington, North Carolina. There we go.
Nice.
Yes, Joel, every day is pretty much a vacation for him. Just a different kind. Now he's at the beach, and then on Monday and Wednesdays, he comes to his personal new comic book store and pretty much gets everything for free. So yes, every day is a vacation for Mr. John Cole. All right, so new comic book day. What do you think, Alec? Anything good? Anything bad? Anything different?
Overall, it's a pretty solid week, I think. I mean, I was pretty bummed that my shop got shorted on so much stuff. Pretty much it was all Marvel. I don't think DC got shorted. The indies got pretty shorted. And some publishers, their stuff didn't even show up. So I don't know. They ended up looking up. They were actually really mad that ASM never showed up. Yeah, they were pretty.
So it seems like this has been an ongoing thing.
Yeah, as of late for us, it's only been it's probably been, I think, 3 weeks in a row that they got shorted on a bunch of stuff.
I wonder if it has anything to do with the paper issues that they were dealing with, a few months back.
I don't know. John, I picked up the Vampirella Year One as well. That's the first Vampirella book I've ever read. And the only reason I grabbed it was because John said it was going to be a good spot for new readers to jump on. So I thought, you know what? Because I always hit him up about that. I always ask him if it's going to be a good, new series for me to read or whatever. And he said, yeah, this is going to be a good one for you.
All right. So let's throw out Robin #3, signed by Joshua Williamson. Suggested retail of $49.99. And it is a blockbuster price of $19.41 the year Robin first appeared in Batman #1 in 1941. It is #3 of only 27 signed.
Nice.
All right, so I want to get let's see. All right, so Amy, what are your thoughts on what's happening with the MCU?
Again, my personal opinion. I think they do have a plan. Like we do see the new characters. The older characters are transitioning into this new phase. Like they're seeing what their new path is now. Like Sam is now Captain America, and that's his main path moving forward. Wanda's now full Scarlet Witch. That's how that's going to move forward. And they're making the universe even bigger. Like I almost said booger, but yeah, the universe.
And now you just did.
Well,
it still doesn't feel like there's a plan. It's like, okay, yes, all you said is true, but where's all that going to go? Where's that taking us? See, I think that's the difference.
Multiverse stuff has seemed pretty obvious to me. Again, that's just me.
All right, so now this leads me to my second question. What the heck's going on with DC? They've talked about, having a summit like Marvel and Kevin Feige kind of summit and coming up with a plan. But since they talked about that after the buyout, we're not hearing too much. I'm not hearing much. Are you? Am I missing it?
No, I just think they can. They don't have to focus I don't think they have to focus too hard on a plan. I think that
they need a plan because their movies have not been doing well.
DC's best strength though is that they can really do whatever they want. That because. And the only real downside of Marvel to me is that they have to stay in kind of a specific box. DC doesn't have to do that.
I think
with all the different versions of the characters they have already, it's like they can really just make whatever, and it's just like, okay, if this works, they can decide if they want to continue down that path or not.
I don't know. I disagree because after the whole Superman Justice League debacle, okay, proved that no, just because you have Superman, you have Batman, you have Aquaman, you have Wonder Woman, it doesn't necessarily going to work. And I think it's because
that could use better planning element.
Yeah, they lack certain planning, and now they have so many issues with the actual actors. Okay, you got Ezra Miller, you've got
I don't know what they're going to do.
What's her face? Divorced with Johnny Depp. What's her face?
Oh, Amber Heard.
Oh, her. I refuse to say her name. I'm sorry.
So she refuses to say her name.
Just like the other thing. What was it? Something in July.
Yeah, like that.
That's that's easier to say than.
So they've had some outside issues with key actors. Obviously, the Ezra Miller is a much bigger problem because he's the actual star. Whereas with Aquaman, she's a minor character that may have become a major character, but obviously now they're not. Nobody's going to go in that direction. So you can sort of, and it's Jason Momoa. I think most people are fans of Jason Momoa, so he can turn that around. But I think part of the problem is they have these remakes, of the same movie. The black and white long version of Justice League, I didn't get the point of that. That was just
Justice League. I don't know if I told you this already, but like when they released that 4-hour cut, like I'll admit, is it better than the original cut that we got back in 2017? Yes, but didn't it need to be 4 hours?
No, it didn't, and it just felt like
that was Zack Snyder.
And I think that's the problem with DC right now is that there is no plan. Okay, so I thought it was a good move to announce, we're going to do like a Marvel Kevin Feige kind of summit, and we're going to go and we're going to put our heads together and lock the door and come up with some stuff. Joel, exactly. They need to refocus and regroup, and then nothing, since then. And it's you're getting to a point where they have a real window here, as the MCU is losing some of its if you will. It's not to say they won't get it back, but right now you definitely feel a lull. That would have been perfect time to fill in with the DC universe, but they're in such disarray they can't get it together fast enough. So I don't know what's going to happen there. I mean, I'd like to see Aquaman because I love Jason Momoa. I enjoyed the first one. I enjoyed the Wonder Woman 1984. I don't know. I still liked it.
I mean, even I know it's not perfect. I mean, I got to actually see it in the theater. I rented it out of the theater with my family, and that helped the experience for sure.
I mean, I enjoyed the Wonder Woman. I enjoyed Aquaman. The Superman films.
I still haven't seen Aquaman. Believe it or not. I actually haven't seen the new Batman movie yet either.
I saw that.
Good.
I saw that. I would say it's not. It's. I enjoyed the movie. I thought the acting was decent, but again, they're redefining Batman yet again. Okay, all right, and this is like the fourth version of it, and it's like I'm getting kind of tired of that. Just in a way that the MCU works, have some continuity. You can't redefine them every 6 to 10 years, and you're redefining them again. All right, and you're changing everything. So we had the Michael Keaton, which I think, to me, still probably one of the best ones. And then
can't argue that.
And then you got kind of goofy with George Clooney and all the other actors that came in, and then it kind of had that almost Batman 1960s TV show sort of feel. Okay, it was kind of goofy and out of the realm of possibility. Go ahead.
But isn't it also cool that you do have these different versions of Batman?
But no, because
it's both things at once. It's great and it's not so great.
I don't think so. I think that the other versions kind of made sense. Okay, I think that okay, you had Keaton, and then Keaton the period ended, and then you got kind of goofy. Okay, with George Clooney, and who else was in it? Guy from Top Gun.
Val Kilmer.
Yeah, Val Kilmer. And you kept switching off, and then it got really kind of goofy and silly and stuff, and kind of killed it, right? And then you came back with Dark Knight and all that series with Christian Bale, and you revitalized it in a way. And then all of a sudden comes this redefining again. And this last one, I enjoyed the movie. I enjoyed watching it. You turn the Batmobile into a muscle car. It doesn't work for me. I mean, it was okay, but so again, I'm just, so now we have to get used to a whole new Batman, and I just feel like that's the wrong direction. All right. So what do you think, AR?
Was that, I was going to ask you, was that from the new movie where it was kind of a muscle car?
Yeah. Things are very different. Definitely a darker kind of thing. Definitely less heroic than Christian Bale. Although Christian Bale kind of went darker as well.
I mean, it's been on my list to see. It's one of those things. It's like, I mean, it already takes me forever to get through a TV series. I mean, even an hour-long television show. I mean, I don't always have an hour to just sit down and watch that. And that movie was like, what, 2.5, pushing 3 hours, I think? That would take multiple sittings for me to actually get through.
So I watched it. I enjoyed it. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I love Batman. He's always been a character I love. But where Rubenstein, I would agree with all the statements you just made. I think Shazam was a lot of fun. I thought Joker was obviously, in and of itself, was good. I'm assuming you're talking about the Joaquin Phoenix one. I'm very hopeful for Black Adam, and Peacemaker was a personal favorite. I love that series when it came out. I was like, wow, but it doesn't tie into anything else. That's the problem with DC.
Now,
I think.
now I don't have HBO, but is all of DC on HBO? Like, is that their kind
A
of?
lot of it is. A lot of it is.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So if you want to be in the DC universe, you kind of have to get HBO Plus, but HBO Max rather. But I think that was a problem. It's like Marvel has the ability to link one series or movie to another. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And it can lead into another. Love Peacemaker. Doesn't lead anywhere. Doesn't motivate me to watch any more DC series. It doesn't band together. And I think that's kind of been the problem.
Have you seen Doom Patrol?
I feel like I have. I can't really remember. That's probably something I was watching on my couch and I fell asleep. Let's say.
Because all that stuff that Rubenstein mentioned, like I love Joker. That was fantastic. I've never seen Shazam, but I have wanted to see it.
It was independent, right?
Dude, I have no idea.
But it's like, but that's another thing. Some people like that it's not connected to anything, and then but I understand what you say. Like, but it's another thing.
But that's kind of what we're complaining about MCU, though. It's not connected.
Mm-hmm.
It seems very willy-nilly. See? So to me, if I'm going to complain about MCU feeling willy-nilly, like the plan is not the same as the plan leading up to Endgame, Infinity War and Endgame, then now I've got to say that DC is leaving cards on the table. Peacemaker could have led into something else because it was so popular and I really enjoyed it. It was well done. But they don't have that door. They don't leave that door open for themselves.
Now, to kind of go off of that, this is just personal. Now, I was very excited for Multiverse of Madness, mainly because I was a big fan of WandaVision. So when you saw everything that was going to happen in that movie, it was like, yes, everything that happened in WandaVision, you need to see that because that's what's going to happen. Well, everything that happened in that is what's going to lead to Multiverse of Madness.
Right.
So that's why I personally really liked it. I was a big fan of WandaVision. I'm a huge fan of Sam Raimi. I get why other people don't like it. The plot was all right at best, and the cameos, they did a bad job with the cameos. It is what it is. But I think personally that's why I really enjoyed both of them, and that's why I really liked Loki, because it leads to so much potential. And I think I get let down by a lot of these most recent things that I've been watching, mainly because nothing has happening from it. It has no, well, I'm not saying it doesn't have any potential, but it's not really leading to something bigger. Like the TV shows aren't exactly leading to some big event in a movie. It's not building towards the movie, but WandaVision did. Loki is. And, maybe like, Hawkeye, it's going to bring in an Echo show, which I don't know. It is what it is. But Daredevil show as well. Kingpin's going to be in that, so that's going to be really cool. But I don't know. Outside of that, this phase, very subpar. But I do still have to see Thor. I don't have an opinion on that just yet.
I do as well. So, Ronald, you're right. Peacemaker itself was a spinoff from Suicide Squad. But very different, from Suicide Squad. And then that's the other problem with DC. They have to keep remaking stuff. Or put out, different versions of the same movie. So, I don't know.
Well, in this case, because the Suicide Squad was better than Suicide.
Yeah, I agree. But what does that say when you're forced to, as a studio, remake a movie? So, okay, Marcus says Falcon and Winter Soldier leads to Cap movie and Thunderbolts movie.
I'm sure it will.
Yeah,
that makes a lot of sense too.
I would agree with that. All right.
And it's sure, yeah. They announced those two movies officially.
Right.
But prior to the announcement, would that have been your mindset, or have that just been like a cool action TV show to kind of not kick things off with Disney Plus, but get it going? But JD said Miss Marvel leads to the Marvels. That too, super excited for that though. Miss Marvel was awesome. That's probably my favorite show, I think.
All right, so we'll segue into one of the slab books,
That's
Captain America Anniversary Tribute #1. Variant covers, CGC graded, guaranteed 9.8. Suggested retail of $89.99, and tonight we have the one available for $63.19 for the year Avengers #4 hit. Bringing back Captain America. I actually love this retro cover too.
That's a cool cover.
and it's very cool. All right, so Dwayne Zapane says Moon Knight leads me to sleep. Again, was not a fan of the series, but was a big fan of Oscar Isaac. And I just
If he
rewatched
wasn't in it, it would not have even been watchable, I feel like.
Yeah, and I just rewatched Dune. Oscar Isaac is a phenomenal actor. He really is.
He's good.
Yeah, his portrayal of Duke Leto Atreides was just phenomenal. I mean, you know, the guy really is just a tremendous actor. Focus on what Joel says. Focus on what hasn't been shown before. Minor storylines with great content. So we'll see where this leads us. I mean, you know, I don't know. I'm still going to watch the MCU, and I think most of us are.
Oh yeah.
But to be honest, it just feels like there isn't the same kind of plan. So you know, we'll see what happens. But Lars Man says this book is as a CGC 9.8 is doing surprisingly well on eBay. All right, so let's see. Amy, you want to pick something?
I gotta.
Here's a list. You pick one. And to remind everybody will get an FOC or incentive Dynamite cover with your purchase
Did you go over
today.
the CCAs?
Yeah, I think
All of them but one, I think. I think there's still one more.
Avengers Assemble?
yeah, probably.
Let's go that one.
All right, let's do it. Let me circle that. All right. Ooh, this is a good one, yeah. Avengers Assemble #1, signed with Black Panther, cover sketch by Ken Hazer.
Nice.
Just a retail of $89.99. We have it as a in July price of $39.99.
We really should just have a censor button when you hear
Buckle
this
up.
beep.
Yeah, right. All right, John Spilios, you got it, buddy. All right. So, and Jay Burns is correct. It is time for a Rex Cap.
Uh-oh.
Hope you're still watching, John.
You told everyone about this, right?
Did I? I may not have. You tell me before I do the Rex Cap.
You forgot to bring up the giveaway?
Nick came in and started giving stuff away. What am I going to do?
I mean, I know everyone's going to get a Christmas gift regardless, but someone should know that they're going to get an extra gift. They're getting an extra Vampirella book. Wow. Can't believe you.
All right, so it is Vampy what? Year 1, volume number 1?
Vampy, like, I know up here you got the Ultraviolet cover, but this is the regular Virgin Lucio Perillo Virgin cover of Vampy Year 1. So, yeah, like...
Hey, John, don't worry. I'll send you a recording via email of the Rex Cap.
That's the cover I got today.
Nice.
There you go. Nice. All right, so the hashtag for this Virgin Perillo cover of Vampirella Year 1, Volume 1, number 1.
Yeah, that works. AR Comic.
Hashtag AR Comics DXB. Thank you, Preston. I appreciate that. Tuning in just for the Rex Cap. All right, here we go. First off, we had a best offer book, Amazing Spider-Man number 79. Dan Jurgens variant, signed by Dan Jurgens. Suggested retail of $49.99. Currently, Lars Man is in the lead at $19.62. Then we had Amazing Spider-Man #1, signed by Dan Slott. Suggested retail of $29.99 and is the best offer book, and Lars Man is currently in the lead at $19.62. Then we did DC Year of the Villain Special #1, signed by Scott Schneider. Suggested retail of $29.99. It is a best offer book starting at $19.38. Then we did Robin #3, signed by Joshua Williamson. Suggested retail of $49.99. It is a blockbuster price of $19.41. Number 3 of only 27 signed. All right, and then we just did Captain America Anniversary Tribute #1, variant cover, CGC graded, guaranteed 9.8.
Yes.
Suggested retail of $89.99. We have one available for $63.19. Then we had the Batman Mega Set, suggested retail of $249.97, and it includes Batman number 86, signed in silver by James Tynion IV, Detective Comics number 1000, signed with Batman cover sketch by Ken Hazer, Batman Dark Knight Returns #1, foil edition, CGC graded, not guaranteed 9.8, and it is the in July price of $149.99.
Everybody, don't forget to hit that thumbs up. And as Jay just said, don't forget to sub to AR's channel.
Thank you.
Has every best offer have gotten an offer yet?
No. The Year of the Villain special signed by Scott Snyder has not yet.
So everything else has gotten an offer.
Yes.
Okay. Any of the Mega Pets sell?
Not yet.
Interesting.
Nick, were we going to talk about these?
That's what we should talk about.
I don't
You know what I think we should do?
What do you think we should do?
Where are the best offers at?
Let's see. ASM number 779. Lars Man is in the lead at $19.62. ASM number 1, signed by Dan Slott. Lars Man is in the lead at $19.62.
Let's see one thing about this. I'm just curious. Number 2
That's-
out of 600.
That's first appearance of, I believe, Cindy Moon as well.
Yes, it is. This is a hot book.
Yeah. Silk is going to be eventually in the MCU. She's coming.
So what I'm thinking is making a little bit of room. All the CCAs sold, right?
Yes.
So
yes.
let's take the CCAs. Now, did we tell everybody that the Virgin covers are only $35 tonight instead of $40, and they're $50 books?
We have not gotten a Virgin cover yet.
So
Rex
what?
has been slacking.
I can tell. That's why you had to come in. Let's see.
You forgot about the giveaway. Like, how do you forget about that?
I don't know. That's not good. That's not good. All right. But real quick, as Amy just pointed out, we have, what else sold? The Daredevil Spider-Man.
The Wolverine CCA, the X-Men CCA.
Yep, pulled all the CCAs.
All right, then the 2 book matching numbered set.
Yep, pulled that.
The Daredevil Spidey one.
Yep.
That's it so far.
Now the Turok is $10. Right? We did that $10 for a perfect 10 read.
Correct. Yes.
So Turok is $10, and you're probably going to get an incentive book or variant that's going to be worth more than that, and it's signed by Greg Pak, and it's a cover by Ken Hazer. So
Turok Dinosaur Hunter number 2, signed by Greg Pak, and it is a $10 for a perfect 10 read.
you're right. I haven't had my yogurt yet, so Nick is hungry. So now Nice House on the Lake, was that claimed yet, or Robin?
We haven't even covered it yet. Robin has not.
And Preston has claimed the Turok.
Nice House on the Lake is such a good read. And that looks like a James Tynion signature as well on it.
It is, and it's the Silver Signature series. But real quick, and I'm going to let Amy and Rex talk about this after the break. But Werpenstein, you got beat by Preston. Sorry, buddy. These are from Joe Sinnott's private collection, real quick. Classic. These are all true believers. This is the classic Fantastic Four 112 Hulk versus the Thing. This is the classic Fantastic Four number 5 with the first appearance of Dr. Doom, and Fantastic Four 48 with Galactus and Silver Surfer. What I will say is these are from Joe, and the Nice House on the Lake is claimed.
All right.
These are
John, you got it, buddy.
These are from the Joe Sinnott estate. They are from his personal collection. We bought as much as we could from the estate, but this is a world premiere on the experience. No one has had these yet, and they're $100 each. But because it's Christmas in July,
There we go.
we're going to do 5-star at $50 for all of them. Now I'm going to go have my yogurt. Now I'm in the mood for ice cream, too.
All right.
Did you hear the bad news about Mr. Salty?
No, what?
They may be going out of business.
Really?
Yeah,
First I've heard of this. Whoa.
I heard it yesterday.
I never
The
heard
ice
that.
cream is too much. The sprinkles. I'm not kidding about any of this. They may
Wow.
actually be shutting down. That was like the most heart-wrenching news I heard.
That is pretty sad.
They said kids aren't running out to the ice cream truck like they used to for multiple reasons.
Just don't really play outside as much anymore.
Well, yeah, we're still in the middle of the pandemic and everything,
That's true.
and they had to, they had to increase the price of the ice cream. So.
Well, last Monday, Kyle told us the bad news about the Choco Taco.
Oh, I heard about that too.
Yeah, man, I'm telling you, it's not good. It is not good. All right, so just to review real quick, True Believers, Fantastic Four, Hulk versus Thing #1, signed by Joe Sinnott. Suggested retail of 100.
And keep in mind, that's FF 112 reprint. These are reprints. So real quick, it's FF number 112. Then the Doctor Doom is FF number 5, and the Galactus is FF 48.
All right. So these are reprints of FF 112, FF 48, and FF 5. However, they are signed by Joe Sinnott and comes from his personal collection from the estate. So this is an opportunity to get something from one of the most renowned inkers in comic book history. So those are available for $50 each tonight. And obviously, we only have one of each. But
world premiere, and Christmas in July pricing.
Mute that, please, JD. All right, you know what? It's actually 7 o'clock, so we got to go to our next break. Stay with us. We'll be back in a couple minutes.
Join the party. Head over to our link tree to find all the links for everywhere the experience is all the time.
Comic Collectables is a pretty straightforward show. You got Rex here, he sells the comics, and you got Rockin' Robbie, he knows about the comics. And finally, John, well, no one really knows what John does. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's a great guy, but he just keeps showing up. Come to think of it, I don't even really know how he gets in here. Anyway, awesome comics, rare books, rarer signatures, slabbed books, and amazing cover sketches by Ken Hazer and others. Simple formula. You want the comics? You buy the comics. To sum up, Rex sells the comics, Robbie knows the comics, and John, who might possibly be a ghost. I mean, seriously, has anyone ever seen him show up or leave? Comic Collectables with Rex and John, Mondays from 6 to 8 Eastern on The Experience. Comic Culture and Sales.
Who would win, Batman or Superman? It's the age-old debate, except it's so much more complicated than that. Nerd Killer Warfare every week on The Experience is your chance to debate other nerds in the questions we've all been asking for years, except we take those debates and turn them up to 11. Go to bit.ly/EXP casting or scan the QR code to be part of the show.
And we're back. And just a reminder to everybody, from the Joe Sinnott estate, we have True Believers, #1, signed by Joe Sinnott, and a reprint of FF 112, Epic Hulk versus the Thing battle. True Believers, Fantastic Four, the Galactus #1. It is a reprint of FF number 48, also signed by Joe Sinnott. It is FF 48 was the first appearance of Silver Surfer. And then we had True Believers FF versus Doctor Doom #1, which is a reprint of FF #5, which is the first appearance of Doctor Doom originally. Each one valued at $100, and each one is available for $50 tonight. And obviously, we only have one of these coming directly from the estate of Joe Sinnott. So those are available tonight. Were you gonna say something?
No, like Nick needs my help with something, but I'm trying to push it off as much as I can.
There you go. All right, so let's get another book out of the way. Ooh, here we go. Let's do another slab book. We have Batman 1, Dark Knight #1, CGC graded 9.8.
Nice.
Retail $89.99. It is a 5-star book at $50. And this one is an oversized book. So Batman 1, Dark Knight #1, CGC graded 9.8. 5-star at $50. So,
I heard that's a really good series, but I haven't read it.
So have you had any books that you sent out to be graded or anything like that?
Me? No. After my last experience and just seeing how things are, absolutely not. And honestly, at this point, I've actually sold most of my bigger books, and I'm working towards, the new comic book day stuff, I'm still obviously going to get all that. But as far as like keys go and just, digging through bins to try to make runs, I'm not really doing that anymore. I'm pretty much only trying to get omnis and just hardcovers.
Or Rubenstein. I find it really hard to open those cases to read them. All right. So we never finished the new comic book day discussion. So was there anything that you saw that you enjoyed?
Let's see. I got all my books right here. Oh man, I'll tell you. First off, what John said earlier with the new Vampirella series, it really is it seems as though it's a really great spot for new readers to get on there. It's basically, I think it's the origin of Vampirella, or basically how she got to Earth. And for someone who, like I said earlier, haven't read any Vampirella stuff, it seemed like a great spot for me to jump on. Seemed really good. And overall, I thought it was a really good issue. As far as like some other stuff, it's always going to be the indies for me. The new Ant-Man from Marvel I thought was really good. I actually read the Detective Comics from DC. It's the first issue with Rom V writing it. I like that as well. But I'll tell you, something is killing the children this week. It was an oversized 40-page issue for the 25th issue. Oh my God. James Tynion IV is just doing wonders on that series. It is fantastic on every level.
So, so the spammers are here. Dwayne's a pain. Marcus, I find that to be a measure of success, because if they're spamming our show, that means we're a blip on the map, right? So that's a good thing. So thank you, Love Chat XYZ, best adult dating site. That just means we made it. They want to spam us, the Russian bots. All right, so you mentioned that that Marvel kind of they short shipped you guys, right?
Yeah, we didn't get any.
Interesting.
No Amazing Spider-Man. We didn't get. I don't think we got any copies of the Variants, their new series that came out. Janice Vell got shorted. People who even ordered it didn't get all of their copies. And I think outside of that, I don't know, because I really didn't get any other Marvel. I think the only Marvel I got was Venom and the new Ant-Man series. And Ant-Man was actually really cool. It was like kind of going back in time. And I'm not going to spoil anything, but it was Al Ewing that wrote it. And they set the series up like an old school issue. Like the pages had a little bit of a yellow tinge to it. There was like tons of dialogue and like internal dialogue to kind of talk about what's going on the page as well. It was really well done. It was a fun read.
Cool. Very good. Anything you're looking forward to next week?
Ooh, next week. Let me see what's coming out super quick. Because I just finished doing that video. New Moon Knight. That series has actually dropped off in quality, I feel like. It's definitely got a lot slower. Man, we're already going to be in August. Twig is going to be a big one for me. There's a new Edge of Spider-Verse series. I think that's going to be a huge one that people spec on. Mainly because if you can recall from the last Edge of Spider-Verse series, that's where we had a first appearance of Spider-Gwen, and
Right.
that's still a very expensive book. So I can only imagine there's going to be probably a first appearance in this one of some sort. The Closet wraps up. That's going to be a fun one. So overall, there's definitely some cool books that are going to be coming out.
All right, let me see. All right, let's do another book. All right, you know what? Let's do our last slab book. House of Slaughter #1 variant cover, graded CGC 9.8. It's just a retail of $89.99. We have one available tonight for $69.99. Let me see. Where Rubenstein, that's going to win you nothing. Cash tag in July is not going to win you anything, I assure you. Not while I'm hosting the show. John Cole says, Book of Shadows from Valiant was good. He had to snag it digitally because none of us are even remotely cleared to drive. It's good to know. It's good to know, John. All right, so this is available tonight. Let me see. Yeah, we've gone through quite a few books. So yeah, I don't know. I'm disappointed in a lot of what the MCU is coming out with of late. I don't know what else I can say. It's not that I'm not going to watch it again, but it's like Moon Knight. We waited so long, and then I tried really hard to like it. Okay, and then the Talking Hippo killed it for me.
That was bad.
Yeah, I'm just like, what? Okay, John. Yes, we will get to the Virgin covers, my friend. Yeah, that was just, and then I'm like, I'm trying so hard. Oscar Isaac is doing such a great job keeping me there, and then you got this Talking Hippo, and it just, I don't know, man. I have no idea what you're talking about, JD. Did we use the word off?
We've talked about this. I think personally the problem I had with Moon Knight is it felt like they didn't really have a direction. They went 2 or 3 episodes following the same plot line, and I think if they would have continued on with that, it could have been a really good show with the build-up. But then in the 4th episode and kind of the 5th one, they went a whole different direction, and I actually really liked that part of the series. Those 4th and 5th episodes were fantastic. And in the 6th episode, it just wrapped it all up, but what was there? They had too many different things going on. Do you want to go the psychological side of the show or the character, or do you want to go with the action?
Years. It was like a hairpin turn every time. It would go down one storyline. You'd think, okay, here's where we're going, and then they would take a hairpin turn and move in a different direction.
And I'll tell you what, I'd be willing to look past a lot of it for the final episode, but they built up that last fight, or just, some sort of interaction between Oscar Isaacs and I don't even know the other character's name, but Ethan Hawke. They built that up the entire show. And just to have him black out and then come to and be like, oh, who was that other personality? That, I feel like that was what actually killed it for me. It's like, what was truly accomplished besides nothing? It just kept going in circles or different directions the entire show.
Kind of like feels like the entire MCU plan of late. So John Cole is the pizza oven. He did actually get a place with a pizza oven, believe it or not.
Oh my god!
And voodoo shrimp pizzas. I don't even.
That sounds delicious. That's all I know.
No idea what that is. We'll have to ask John when he gets back. John, have a great time, buddy. Eat your voodoo shrimp. What is a voodoo shrimp pizza? So JD says that felt like we ran out of money for the big fight. Maybe
it really did.
But that doesn't really. I mean, I don't know. It was disappointing, that's for sure. I was telling Robbie on Monday. So on our flights, I had an opportunity to watch Morbius, and I didn't. Okay, on the plane, I had nothing else to do. Talk about a captive audience, and I didn't watch it. I chose to watch Dune again, believe it or not. It just, and I don't know. I guess eventually I'll get to it, but
there's no reason to.
Yeah, I guess I just want to see it to see what the badness is. It's like a car accident. I want to watch it because I want to see what happened, that everybody's talking about.
Now, what I will tell you, though, is it started off probably the first, like, maybe even 10 minutes of the movie, I was like, wow, I don't understand the hate. This is actually really good, and it's got a good intro. I like the intro, and then all of a sudden it was like, oh, that was stupid. And then it kept going, and it's like, damn, it needs to end. It's just not ending. I ended up looking at my phone multiple times in the theaters just to see how much more time I had left. And I've never done that.
So let me get this straight. There are all these shows you haven't watched. You just managed to finish Hawkeye. Talk about Xmas in July. But you went and saw Morbius?
Oh yeah. I try to see every Marvel movie in the theaters. I try to do that. I didn't see Black Widow mainly because where we were, the theaters were shut down at the time. And then I just didn't care about it, and I actually forgot all about it. And I haven't seen.
Well, it's streaming now, obviously. I mean,
yeah.
You still haven't watched it? I really enjoyed it. I gotta tell you, I really enjoyed it. I mean, I know it didn't, not everybody did, but
I've got no hate towards it. I've gotten no like, oh, I heard it was stupid, I don't want to see it. No, I just haven't sat down and watched it. Because what's her name? When Yelena showed up in Hawkeye, I was like, yo, she's killing it. She is a great casting for that character.
She's even better in the movie, dude.
Yeah, I don't know what her last name is. I think is Pugh. I don't remember her. She's great in all the stuff she's done. She was in the main character for Midsommar, and that was a fantastic movie as well.
So Ed Weird says he liked Morbius, didn't love it, but certainly didn't hate it. That's interesting.
I think I hated it towards the end. I think that's all it was. I just really wanted it to end. I wanted more out of it. It actually had a lot of potential, and the cinematics were really cool. I will give it that. The cinematics were awesome. But
Thank you, Jay Burns.
The story, Florence Pugh, yeah. But the story, it was so stupid, I thought. But the action was cool. The cinematics were awesome. But the plot, I felt, was that bad.
Interesting. I mean, at some point, I'm going to watch it, when I'm really, really bored. But it says something, when I'm a captive audience on a flight, and I choose to watch something I've already watched as opposed to watching more of this. So now I kind of regret it a little bit. I probably should have watched it. I mean, what better time? I had nowhere to go and nothing better to do.
That would have been it.
So Ed Weird says, believe it or not, my wife and daughter love Morbius. He's seen it twice because they wanted to see it again. Sounds like John's story and his nephews.
Now, what I will say is I don't know if I didn't like that more than the Venom movies, because like Venom vs. Carnage, I really didn't like that movie either. I thought it was terrible. And I think it's a toss-up of which one's worse for me.
Right. So, Lars, man, I'm sorry you're still not feeling well, buddy. All right. Thanks for joining us for as long as you could tonight.
I feel better, buddy.
You feel better, man. So, yeah, no, I'm going to have to watch it. And now I think back, I probably should have watched it on the flight. Just get it over with.
Now you're just going to be wasting actual time.
Yeah, now I'm going to be wasting actual time. That's a good point. Well said. Well said. Now I regret it.
Just wait for another vacation. That movie's not going anywhere. It'll be free everywhere.
But it might not be on the flight, though, is the thing. Jay Burns says Venom, the first one, was awesome, which I also saw on a plane, believe it or not, flying to Taiwan to see my parents. And I enjoyed it. I thought it was good.
I think for me,
Venom versus Carnage.
Yeah, that one was no bueno. I think for me, the first Venom movie, I loved Eddie and Venom. I love that relationship, and I thought they killed it on that. The story I thought could have been better, but the action was great. And I mean, I'm not one to say, oh, it didn't follow any comic book storyline. It wasn't accurate. I don't care about that. If you make a good movie, it's a cool movie. I'm pretty easy to satisfy. Right. I didn't hate that movie. I would watch it again. Venom vs. Carnage, though, absolutely not. That movie is not worth a rewatch, even remotely. I heard they cut like 35 minutes out of the movie before it was like theater ready. And I can only imagine how cool those 35 minutes were. It's probably all awesome action scenes. And I don't know. Why do that to the movie?
It could have been bad scenes, even worse than what you saw.
Can you imagine? It's even worse. It's just bad, like, dialogue scenes. I think the thing with that movie was it was just too, I don't know, maybe too comedy with back and forth. Like I felt like they made Venom just so stupid. like a dumb kind of character. And they're doing the same thing. I talked to a lot of people about Thor. Like they're making Thor just this like blubbering idiot. And I see it. I'm not hating on it. And like I said, I haven't seen the newest movie, but I felt that way in Ragnarok a little bit. Like they kind of just made him an idiot. And then in the Avengers, or not Avengers, or was it Endgame? They kind of did the same thing.
You mean a buffoon, sort of? Yeah.
A buffoon. Yeah, a buffoon's a good way to put it.
Let's see. So Jordan Hagar says Thor 2 was a good movie. Let's see.
I agree with that. Thor 2 does not deserve as much hate as it gets. I didn't think it was that bad at all at the time.
I don't either. Yeah, I don't either. Yeah,
like everyone said it was horrible. It wasn't. Not at all.
No, I wouldn't even go that far. I enjoyed it. He was a favorite character of mine growing up. So I would agree with you there. Let's see. Jay Byrne says both Morbius and Venom felt so choppy in places. Okay.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. It didn't feel complete. It just felt like scenes were thrown together.
So David Ellington has joined us. Hey, buddy, how are you?
What's up, Dave?
And he says, Comic-Con, who was there? What did you pick up? I was not there. So I picked up nothing. Alec, I'm pretty sure you did not go as well.
No, so. I can't. I think I actually talked about this with John on the last week's. It's like, I'm really excited for it. I would love to go. But first off, it's insanely expensive between everything. And even when I go to the close cons, like the Philly ones, or even like some ones around here, I'm only there for a few hours. And when I went to go to the Philadelphia Fan Expo, it was shoulder to shoulder. I felt awkward being there. Everyone is like bumping into you, and I just wanted to leave. So if I'm going to spend so much money to fly out to San Diego, the hotels, the food, even buying stuff, I don't think I actually would have as good of a time as other people. I think I would just want to leave the whole time, and I wouldn't want to buy anything. I know it's all out of my price range. It's expensive stuff. So I don't know.
Right. And you're not a real crowd person. You know,
I'm not at all. I'm really not at all.
Marcus says some people picked up COVID.
I believe it. And imagine I go there and I come back with that and I give it to everybody. And now I'm sick and everyone I know is sick. And I don't know. It just isn't what I would want to do. I tend to stay away from people as much as I can. Actually,
it's ironic that Marcus says that, because someone that I know that did go is quarantined right now with COVID. So, he doesn't know where he got it, but I would say
most likely there.
Most likely there, or on the flight or whatever. So let's see. Comic-Con goer Facebook feeds are all on positive, not positive yet.
And I feel bad, because it's like, that's not what I'm even like. COVID's not even what I'd be worried about. It really is just like crowds in general. I don't know if I developed something over the years or what, but it's not like, oh, I'm scared to get sick. I don't know if I'm actually scared of other people.
Yeah, you're just annoyed by it. Listen, I'm very much the same way. I can think back as to when I kind of developed that, but I avoid big crowds. I don't like waiting in lines.
I hate lines.
Only Disney World has ever, got me to a situation where I'll wait in a line. John, we did not set up a booth at the con, but we did make several announcements.
Oh, they were awesome too, John. I feel like you tuned in last week and we were talking about it, but I was even texting Nick about this. I'm not like a card collecting person. I mean, I get Pokemon cards here and there, but those Vampirella cards, those are so cool. They really are cool.
All right, so we're Rupenstein. Gotcha, buddy. You are at 25 on Jurgen Spider-Man. Got it.
And Ed Weird, we were talking about this with John too. It's like Alex Ross was going there, and I would love to get an Alex Ross signature. I would. But he's the type of signature that you truly would have to stand in line all day. There's going to be a wraparound line. So I'd be spending all this money to fly out there, hotels, whatever, the whole experience. and then I'm potentially wasting not a whole day, but maybe half a day or 2 to 3 hours out of my day to stand in a massive line for a signature. And then when I finally get there, I probably can't even talk to him because the line is so long. Like, I can't say more than just like, hey, thank you. Like, your artwork is awesome. Like, it's not a real experience that I personally want to have. I would like to be able to go there. Like when I met Clayton Crane, I was able to talk to him. I asked him questions. He was super friendly. I'm not saying Alex Ross wouldn't be friendly, but it's just that he's dealing with so much of a crowd in San Diego Comic-Con. Like, he needs to keep the line moving.
So Marcus says Ross's booth was selling out books signed already. So
I believe that, but that's the same thing. I could just buy that online if I want to, and I'm sure they have a COA. But that's not the experience. I want to meet him. I want to get it signed, and maybe take a picture.
So JD says he got up at 5 a.m. and spent all day in line to be in the audience of Price is Right before Bob retired. I've been waiting on longer lines for less.
That's cool though.
You know what? I hate waiting in line. I hate this last week domestic air travel, waiting on the jetway to get onto the plane. I hate that.
And did you have a plane get canceled at all?
We did not. I have to say that's cool. That's good at least. I've never had a problem with flying itself. I'm actually the guy who gets sleepy during turbulence. I feel like the motion makes me even sleepier. But this was probably the first time I've been on a plane since. All right, you're the villain, Ed Weird. You got it, buddy. Ed Weird's in for 20. All right, and JD, when you get a chance, please throw up the submission form. Ed Weird, I don't remember you ever winning something with us, but JD will throw up a link to a submission form. Please fill out the submission form. It gives us your real name and also your ship to address. All right, and then we'll invoice you based off of that.
Super quick. I don't know if you caught where Rubenstein earlier. I'm not sure if we were still talking, but he bid 25 on the Jerkin Spider-Man. I don't know if you got that. All right, cool. I just want to make sure.
So, so this is really, literally, I think that my last flight before the pandemic was back and forth to Florida, the Orlando area, for my daughter's sophomore softball season in college, and I haven't been on a plane since. And this was probably, she's actually been on a plane more recent than I have. Last summer, she and a bunch of friends went to Disney World. So this is my first time back on a plane, and then hearing all this stuff on the news, I was really paranoid about, flight getting canceled, because a lot of times I'm not that guy that likes to fight with people and carry on luggage. I'll usually just check it in. I'll try to get a direct flight and check it in.
Yep.
But this time we couldn't get a direct flight. And after all the bags they've lost recently, I'm like, no.
That too.
What's that?
I said that too. I mean, imagine you do pay all of this money, you fly somewhere, and all of a sudden it's like, hey, we lost your luggage. We're going to get it to you in like a week or two.
So it was carry on. I hate doing that, but did it anyway. And I have to say that I was very paranoid about all these things happening, but we got lucky. We had no delays. Every flight was completely packed. Okay. I was waiting for them. That they did offer money for people to give up the seats, but they were up to like about 500. I was waiting for that $10,000 offer. Okay. $10,000. I'll get right off that plane. No problem. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But so it was fine. Okay. TSA lines were long, but we made sure to get there 2 hours before the flight took off. But it was just, again, domestic air travel has not been pleasant for a really long time. Thank you, Ed Weird. But it is what it is. So it was relatively, we got out of our flight experience relatively unscathed.
That's good. At least.
So
I'm happy that was good.
Yeah. So managed to get exit row on 2 flights back and forth, which is always good. You can stretch your legs out. But other than that, it's still a chore. It's a complete chore. And we have to transfer to Atlanta, which is one of the worst airports to have to go through. If you can avoid it, you should. Busiest airport in America.
I was going to say that's the really big one, isn't it?
Yeah, Hartsfield Jackson. It is the busiest airport in the United States. So, all right. So we are at 7:29. So we got to take our last and final break. We'll be back in a couple minutes. And you know what? I'll do a Rex cap, especially for the best offer items.
Get the inside scoop on everything happening at the experience every week. Join our mailing list by scanning the QR code at the bottom of the screen and then watching your email inbox.
To be continued. 3 little words that hold the secret to the next great story. 3 words that will thrill you, confound you, give life to new possibilities. Every variation of To Be Continued is a promise of adventure, a promise of excitement, a promise of unseen wonders and unexplored worlds. A promise that every issue you read makes you a part of a never-ending journey, and behind every page there will be an unopened door waiting for you. This story to be continued at your local comic book shop today. Visit ComicShopLocator.com today. You just finished the last episode of your favorite new show, and you just have to talk about it. But all your friends are ghosting you because of that incident last week at the buffet. Oh, you know the one. What you did to that chowder. Ugh. Keeps me up at night. So what do? Join writer Dan Wickline as he breaks down all your favorite pop culture media. Whether it's a review of the latest nerdy TV show or a dive back into the history of your favorite comic characters, Dan's ready to discuss all the hottest topics live. Join the conversation as Dan live streams Tuesday through Thursday at 5 Eastern, 2 Pacific on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook. The Dan Wickline Show on The Experience, Comic Culture and Sales.
And we're back, and I want to remind everybody for today's drawing, which is Vampirella Year 1, Volume 1, Number 1. It is a Perillo Virgin cover, and is the giveaway to the night of the evening, and it is hashtag AR Comics the EXP, all lowercase. So make sure you put that in the chat. We will do the drawing immediately after Best Offer Books close. So, all right. So, you know what? Let us do a Rex cap.
Uh-oh.
What'd you say?
I said, uh-oh.
There you go. No John. He's done more of them. Actually, I do it to annoy John anyway. All right.
Yeah, he likes it.
Yeah, I know, right? Amazing Spider-Man number 79, Dan Jurgens variant, signed by Dan Jurgens. Best Offer Book, where Rubenstein's currently in the lead at 25. Then we had Amazing Spider-Man number 1, signed by Dan Slott. It is a Best Offer Book, and Lars Man is in the lead at $19.62. So then we had DC's Year of the Villain, special number 1, signed by Scott Schneider. It is a Best Offer Book, and Ed Weird is in the lead at $20. Then we had Robin number 3, signed by Joshua Williamson. Suggested retail $49.99. It is a We have one available, number 3 of 27 signed, for $19.41. All right. And then we did House of Slaughter number 1 variant cover, graded CGC, guaranteed 9.8. Suggested retail of $89.99. We have one available for $69.99. Then we had Captain America Anniversary Tribute number 1 variant cover, CGC graded 9.8. Suggested retail of $89.99, and we have one available for $63.19. At Weird, all right, at Weird, you are at $20 on the ASM 1. You got it. All right, let me get that down. 20. All right, you got it, buddy. All right, and then we had Batman One Dark Knight, number 1, CGC graded 9.8. Suggested retail of $89.99. We have one available for $50. And then we had the Batman Mega Set. Includes Batman number 86, signed in silver by James Tynion IV. Detective Comics number 1000, signed with Batman cover sketch by Ken Hazer. And finally, Batman Dark Knight Returns number 1, foil edition, CGC graded 9.8. All right, and then we had the Joe Sinnott collection from the Joe Sinnott estate. True Believers, Fantastic Four versus Hulk versus the Thing, number 1, signed by Joe Sinnott. Valued at $100. We have it available for $50, and it is a reprint of FF112. Then we had True Believers, Fantastic Four, the comic of Galactus number 1, valued at $100. We have one available for $50. It's a reprint of FF number 48, the first Silver Surfer. Then we had True Believers, Fantastic Four versus Doctor Doom number 1, valued at $100. We have one available for $50. It is a reprint of FF number 5, and it is the appearance of the first Doctor Doom. Now, I think John Spilios asked about the Virgin cover, so we should probably do that next. So we also have, it is the same issue as the giveaway, but a different cover. Vampirella Year 1 number 1. It's the FOC 15-to-1 ratio ultraviolet Virgin Lucio Perillo cover.
I love those ultraviolet covers. They're all so nice.
It is a suggested retail of $50, and it is a in July price of $35. All right, so Ron is claiming the Cap America graded. You got it. Let me just write that down. You got it, Ron. All right, so then we had Red Sonja, number 11, limited edition virgin cover by Mirka Andolfo. Suggested retail of $50, and is the in July price of $35. Dwayne DePayne is claiming Vampirella. You got it, Dwayne. All right, so that one is gone. And then we had John Carter Mars, number 4, Virgin Incentive cover by Joseph Michael Linsner. Suggested retail of $50, and it has a in July price of $35. All right, make sure I didn't miss anybody. You like Vampy's collar. Yeah, but Robbie's not here. So to bring Alex in the loop, John Spilios, everybody. Let's make sure I'm not missing anybody else. So John is claiming that. Sorry, Preston. John beat you to it, my friend. All right. Creative Keep is claiming the Hulk versus the Thing, the Joe Sinnott collection. Okay, and you got it, Creative Keep. All right, just make a note of that as well, my friend. All right, that's there. All right, so that one is gone. What was I saying? Oh no. Robbie made a comment about one of the covers, Vampy covers, and he said he really liked the collar. Now you know how the Vampy colors usually work. So he was subjected to endless, jokes and busting after that comment. And then the rest of the show had just gone off the rails. Everybody had a comment about the collars and stuff. It was pretty funny.
Nice.
So let me see. As always, we have the Dynamite 10-pack available for our. What was the last Virgin? John Spilios. The last Virgin cover was John Carter of Mars #4. Virgin incentive cover by Joseph Michael Linsner, and it is a price of $35. All right. All right. So we'll give John Spilios a couple minutes to catch up on that. And JD, you don't have to throw the pickup, but as always, we have the Dynamite 10-pack, 10 random Dynamite titles. Suggested retail, a cover price of $3.99 or higher, so $40 or higher. And as always, we have it $5 for the 10-pack, 50 cents a comic as a thank you for our viewers. John Spilios, you got it, buddy. Let me put that down. John Spilios is claiming. All right, got it. You are claiming that John Carter of Mars. All right, so that is gone. All right, you got it, buddy. Great pickup there. All right, so then I think we got one last book we should get to. It is actually not even. It is another mega set. It is the Deadpool mega set. All right. So it is suggested retail $239.99. We have one available for $149.99. Includes Despicable Deadpool #300, Blood Red Signature Series, signed by Fabian Nicieza, co-creator of Deadpool. Deadpool #50, signed with Deadpool cover sketch by Ken Hazer. And then Deadpool Bad Blood #1, CGC graded, 9.8. And all three available for $149.99.
Nice.
All right, and that was the last book of the night, my friend. We got through all of it. All right, and if you haven't done it yet, hashtag AR Comics, the EXP. Did I get that right, JD? That was a long one. Yes, there we go. Hashtag AR Comics, the EXP, all lowercase, to enter the drawing for Vampirella Year 1. Vampirella Year 1 #1, Virgin Lucio Perillo cover. That will be the drawing of the night. And to remind everybody, every purchase tonight will get either a random FOC or incentive cover from Dynamite. That's all right. And weird, my wife was talking to me. We have the 10-pack available. It is 10 random Dynamite titles in a 10-pack. Each one will have a cover price of $3.99 or higher. So a suggested retail of $40 or higher. And we have it always for, as a thank you to our viewers, $5 for the entire 10-pack. They will be random titles from Dynamite, but you never know what you might get. So 50 cents a title. Where Rupenstein, I will try to get a statue on for next Monday, my friend. I apologize. We have no statue for the evening.
John already took him.
Yeah, right. John Cole took him on vacation with him.
Now I was telling John about it on last Wednesday's show. I figured you'd probably like this too, because I always tell you I'm not huge into Star Wars. Trying to get there, I ended up buying Darth Vader Volume 1 Omnibus and Dr. Aphra's Omnibus. Haven't cracked the Dr. Aphra yet, but I actually sat down and I almost read the whole Darth Vader Volume 1 Omni in like 2 sittings so far. I think 2 sittings. I'm more than halfway done with it. It's real good. It is very good. Dr. Aphra is an awesome character, and I finally can understand the hype behind her and why people really enjoy her. She's very cool.
Well, what we're going to do is we're going to convert you, my friend, one way or the other. We're going to turn you into a Star Wars fan, okay, or die trying. So I'm going to put it out there. Oh, my God. For $5, not worth it, Ed Weird.
You got to do it.
I ain't doing it. Can't do it. Maybe Amy will do it. But if you really do want a 10-pack and weird, just let me know, buddy. But nah, for $5,
he does really want one.
Money on that, I will not lose my dignity.
Nick, if you're watching, you gotta tell him. You gotta do it.
I'm not doing it, man. I am not. Nope, can't do it, my brother. Can't do it. Sorry, my man. Yep. As I said, we do it as a thank you for our customers, and we're already losing money at 50 cents a copy. Can't lose my dignity with that. But thank you for the offer, Ed Weird. I appreciate it. So what were we talking about just a minute ago? You were.
Just some Star Wars stuff. I don't think it's not
Oh
that
yeah,
I
right.
don't like Star Wars, and I mean other people have always said, "Oh, you got to watch." I mean, I've seen honestly all the movies except Rogue One and the most newest one. What was it, 9 or 10, whatever that was.
Right.
I haven't seen that one. I haven't seen any of the shows, so my bad on that one. But as far as the books go, the newest Darth Vader run, I read, I think, the first 10 or 12 of them, and I thought that was cool. But I figured I'll just buy it in an Omni eventually. But I'll tell you what, Volume 1 of Darth Vader is very, very good. So
I think with Star Wars popularity was because it offered something different. But at that point in time, at least in terms of TV, movies, whatever you want to call it, it was dominated by kind of a Star Trek fandom. And Star Wars provided an entirely different perspective on the same issues, and each has its own values. I'm a huge Star Trek fan as well. So thank you, JD. JD's reminding everybody that we have 10 minutes left for the best offers. So I'm going to do a quick recap. There were only 3, and just give everybody a chance to jump in if they want to. So Amazing Spider-Man number 79, Dan Jurgens variant, signed by Dan Jurgens. Suggested retail of $49.99, where Rupenstein is currently in the lead at $25. Then we had Amazing Spider-Man number 1, signed by Dan Slott. It is a best offer book, and Ed Weird is in the lead at $20. And then we had DC's Year of the Villain special number 1, signed by Scott Schneider, and Ed Weird is also in the lead on that book at $20. Rogue One and Mandalorian I enjoyed quite a bit. Obi-Wan I enjoyed. I have my critiques here and there that things that didn't really mesh. Some continuity issues I think that they didn't deal with, but it was not that big a deal. I still enjoyed it, but I mean, there was a major gap. Like, clearly Obi-Wan and Princess Leia had a relationship when she was very young, so it doesn't quite jive with A New Hope when she's consoling Luke because Darth Vader kills Obi-Wan on a Death Star and yada yada yada. Boba Fett was not, JD, I don't want to say it was utter and intense trash, but I will say it's slow, and then it turned into The Mandalorian 2.1. Okay, so or 1.5, whatever you want to call it. So they reintroduced, the Mandalorian, that kind of saved it, in my opinion. But again, so Dwayne's a pain. Spoiler alert, Rex.
That is what it is at this point. It's been out for a while.
Yeah, come on, Boba Fett was, Ed Weird says Boba Fett was meh until Mando showed up. Then it was great. I agree. Okay, I agree. I mean, I think the Boba Fett was a throwback to those of us in an older generation that always wanted to see something more along those lines. But yeah, it was slow, and I was like, and then the Mandalorian showed up, and it all perked up a bit. So I would agree with that assessment, guys. But again, I'm a huge Star Wars fan, so I was going to watch no matter what. And if the Mandalorian never showed up and it just took its same plotting course, I would have probably watched the entire series anyway. I'm not gonna lie.
Is there another Star Wars show planned? I mean, I truly don't keep up to date with Star Wars at all.
After Obi-Wan, I'm not sure. I actually haven't been keeping up with the gossip in the news, so I don't actually know that. I knew Obi-Wan was coming. Heavy, great anticipation everybody had, and all right. So JD says the next show is Andor about Cassian Andor from Rogue One. Okay.
Now it strikes me because I mean, obviously, everything Disney's doing with Marvel, they obviously can't do the exact same thing with Star Wars. I mean, there are a ton of Star Wars characters, so I'm sure they could make some stories. But to me, I feel like they could basically be doing the exact same thing with Star Wars that they're doing with Marvel. They could be building up some storylines. They could be doing stuff. I guess they are. I just don't keep up to date.
So Ed Weird is determined. Okay, do you see this last post? He'll claim the Batman slab and a 10-pack. Can you believe this guy?
You got it. I believe it. You got to do it.
All right, Ed Weird, you throw in the Batman slab, one slab. All right, I'll do it then. All right, hold on. I'm going to jot you down, buddy. Ed Weird. Okay, he's taking the Batman 1 slab, and you want a 10-pack. All right, Ed Weird. Here we go. Merry Christmas in July, Ed Weird.
Yeah. And there it is.
Slapped in America. Thanks for joining us, buddy. The Star Wars anime shorts were dope, though. You know what?
I heard those were good.
Yeah, I mean, I got to tell you, even Boba Fett, I was okay with. You know, it was slow, it was plotting. I think it was really to appeal to those of us in an older generation that remembers Return of the Jedi. Creative Keep. That's, I know these just came in, and that's really something Nick's got to decide, my friend. So hopefully Nick is watching. Preston, yes, it caused me serious and genuine physical pain. Marcus, not a good suggestion at all. So Creative, hopefully Nick's watching. If he's not, shoot him an email. You never know, my friend. Okay, but that's not something I can actually make the call on. But well, John's on vacation, so that's not happening.
Now is Ondor? What place is that? Is that where Wookiees are?
All right, here we go. Here we go. Hold up. He was watching. Here we go.
All right, so I'm going to do something a little odd. The X-Men and the FF are coming into the Marvel Universe, hopefully sooner than later. So even though this is the FF, I can't think of a cool FF number. We'll do $141 for all three, which is Days of Future Past. So you got to keep in mind, this is really, really, really cool comics. So 141 instead of 150. Oh, one of them sold already?
No, but they sold to Creative Keep, so that's fine.
Oh, they all sold?
No. The Hulk versus Thing Creative Keep claim.
Okay.
So it's all good. It's all good.
Another $91 to get the other two. So
all right. So let us know, Creative Keep, because I'm holding it here for you. So if you want all three.
I did not purchase any of the CCAs yet, Ronald. They are really expensive. So if you really want one, let me know. Email me because they are at a premium. So
all right.
So Creative Keep.
There it is. All three for 141.
Or 91 more for the other two.
All three 141, okay? And remind everybody, make sure that you put in the chat if you want to be part of the drawing for the Purell Vampirilla.
Yes, Creative Keep, 91 for the other two.
All right. So just waiting for a yes. Hashtag AR Comics, the EXP, all lowercase. Make sure you get that in the chats for the drawing, which we will do immediately after the best offers close for the night.
All right, you got it, Creative. And everybody, hit that thumbs up. Slaptane American. Tune in on Monday. We may put another set on the air, but we promise this will be the only set tonight. But come back Monday at 6 o'clock.
And you never know. Nick may cut a deal with the estate and get more somewhere down.
Well, no, we have a few more. I just don't know how many. I mean, I just pulled one of each. There is one we have more than the others.
Okay, gotcha.
So,
all right. Okay, so Ron says he has a couple of Joe Senate commissions already. Shocker.
Hold on to those. They are gold. They are gold.
I'm pretty sure Ron holds on to all of them.
I know, but like this is like to me up there with the Hildebrandt, with Starlin. I mean, Joe Sinnott is one of the all-time greats.
Hey, Ron, for next Monday, we'd love to see pictures if you get a chance of the commissions that you have. That would be kind of awesome. Or if you're watching Nick's original art show on Friday, that'd be cool too. Creative Keep, I will most definitely let Nick know. You're also interested in a Senate CCA. Again, I'm not even sure how many are there. So, but yeah, that would definitely be cool. Ron, that is a question that Nick will have to answer. I do not know. That one is not something that comes across my desk. Nick is usually better tied into those things. So let's see. All right, we got about 2 minutes left on the best offers. Just remind everybody, ASM number 79, signed by Dan Jurgens, where Rupin signs the lead at 25. ASM number 1, signed by Dan Slott. Ed Weird is in the lead at 20. And then DC's Year of the Villain, special number 1, signed by Scott Schneider. And Weird is also in the lead at 20. And we're down to 47 seconds. All right. And if no more, can we get? We had Moon Knight, John Spilios from Hazer. I thought you picked it up. Maybe it was somebody else. Maybe it was Ron. I'm sorry. I'm not sure anymore. Dwayne's a pain. I know, man. That shows us we made it. The bots are chasing us. That means we made it. We're big time now, baby. You go do your thing, Creative Keith. You be you. Okay. All right. So about 10 seconds left. Don't forget the lag time.
There it comes.
And JD, those guys are from my other job. Your day job, huh, JD? All right, buddy.
And there we go. Closed out.
All right, and they're closed. So congratulations to Where Rupenstein and Ed Weird for being the winners of our best offer books. All right, and just a very quick recap of what's left. Dynamite 10-pack as always. Let me cross these out. Okay, so that's closed. That's closed. That is closed. So then we still have Robin number 3, signed by Joshua Williamson. It's just a retail of $49.99, and we have one available for $19.41. Then the Batman Mega Set, $249.97 retail. We have the set available for $149.99. Includes Batman number 86, signed in silver by James Tynion IV. Detective Comics number 1000, signed with Batman cover sketch by Ken Hazer. Batman Dark Knight Returns number 1, foil edition, CGC 9.8. Then we still have the Deadpool Mega Set available as well. It's just retail of $239.99. We have one available for $149.99. Includes Despicable Deadpool number 300. Blood Red Signature Series, signed by Fabian Nicieza, co-creator of Deadpool. Deadpool number 50, signed with Deadpool cover sketch by Ken Hazer. And then Deadpool Bad Blood number 1, CGC graded 9.8. And everybody, please, before you check out tonight, if you would hit the thumbs up for us, hoping to see our channel grow. The more thumbs up, the more the love chat spam bots will come and visit our show, which shows us we've hit the big time, baby. I know, right? We're going off the rails. Other than that, how was your week without me, Alec?
Aaron, we were missing you. It was a good show, though. It was John and I talking about comics and stuff. I think he had Amy watching the show, so he didn't really keep focus on the books.
There you go.
But I was super quick. I was going through the comments. So news to me, it turns out Ondor is a person and Endor is the planet. I thought it was the same thing, I guess. I didn't know there was two separate things.
It's okay. Just need to watch a few more.
I'm learning.
You're all right. So if you haven't, definitely check out Alec's YouTube channel, AR_comics. A lot of great content. I know you've been moving to a shorter format. So there's a lot of great stuff up there. You should definitely check out his YouTube channel. I think tonight at 9, let's see. Yeah, 9 is Wednesday Warriors with Joey and Ambrosia. So please, if you have time, check that show out as well. As always, the shows that we do would be meaningless without our viewers. We really appreciate you guys. Preston, Spam, Vampy Collars, and hold on, I just clicked up. Preston says Spam, Vampy Collars, and Russian bots. What's for next week? We haven't talked about spam in quite some way. Let me see.
All day.
Don't worry, Jay. I don't even know what you said. But both Alec and I are fairly insensitive, and so we don't really take insults too well in the sense that we don't really hear them. We just say whatever the heck we want anyway. So I don't even know what you said, Jay, but I'm sure you didn't mean it in any way.
Oh, no, that was I think if you're referring to the comment of Ondor's a person, Endor's a planet, that's not being mean or anything. That's good.
Alec would be the first one to admit he knows nothing about Star Wars.
Oh yeah, I'm an idiot towards Star Wars. I'm just learning.
Yeah,
It's truly just never really interested me.
Like a cult. We're trying to convert them. We're trying to bring them into the fold.
It's even same thing with Marvel, like the cosmic stuff. It just doesn't interest me as much. It is what it is.
All right, we'll work on that second project later.
It's
all right, we got to do the drawing. That's right. So go ahead, JD. I realize we're over time, so go ahead and do it. All right, and the winner is.
No, I'm not, Marcus.
Creative
there we go.
Keep. Congratulations, buddy.
Awesome.
Creative Keep is our winner. You will be receiving the Vampirella Lucio Perillo Virgin cover. Congratulations, my friend. All right. And they are droids, not robots. That is correct, Dwayne's a pain. All right. So, again, I want to thank all of our viewers out there. Thank you to Alec. Thank you to JD for producing the show. Be sure to tune in on Friday from 7 to 8 p.m. Eastern on the XP for Nick's original art show. It's going to be some great pieces on there. All right. So, everybody be safe, and we will see you next Monday.
See you guys.
Join the party. Head over to our link tree to find all the links for everywhere the experience is all the time.